Hello and happy Friday Eve. Today is Thursday, November the 12th, 2020, and I'm going through today's ELAR lesson. Today, obviously, we're going to work with revising and editing. We've already done editing. We're going to now start incorporating revising. So these things are all part of the writing process, which we will get into maybe next week. Our agenda today is daily attendance check-in. Remember, even if you do not attend the live Zoom session, please do the daily attendance check-in. We have a bell ringer, which is another celebrity tweet, and that'll be 3 slides again like it was last time. And then I want you to create a cups and arms anchor chart. I did have my example, and I want you to create your own. It cannot be mine. And our objective today is 8.10D. Edit drafts using standard English conventions, including VII, correct capitalization, VIII, punctuation, including commas to set off words, phrases, and clauses, and semicolons, and IX, correct spelling, including commonly confused terms such as its and its, affect and effect, there, and there, and two, and two. So this is the celebrity tweet that you are going to help edit, not revise, edit. So we're going to be looking for cups. He tweeted this little statement here. Just got word that I'm banned from the state of Virginia. So my Norfolk and Richmond show is canceled. So you are going to help him. Please edit his tweet to make it more clear. You know what I'm going to do real quick is change my cursor because I feel like it could be hard to see sometimes. Let's do this one. Why not? Why not? There we go. Okay. Well, did it change? Taking up all this time. It says it changed. Guess we'll see. Okay. The next slide, there it is. The next slide says to help Waka edit his tweet, we're going to do just like we did last time, drag and drop the words, phrases, or punctuation marks where they belong. Remember to use cups and fanboys. You will need to be in edit mode to do this. Make sure you're not in present mode. So present mode would be if you clicked up here, and this would be your whole screen. Edit mode that I need you to be in, you're going to see the slides over here on the side. And that's just so that you can grab these, click and drag them. So take his tweet, put these provided answer choices for you in where they belong on the blanks. Obviously, the bigger ones are going to be the words. The smaller ones are going to be the punctuation marks. So you can pause the video here if you need to, and when you finish, you can press play again. On the next slide, oh, well, let me show you. I probably should have already done it, but cups is, of course, oh, this is going so slow. Lo siento, y'all. Cups is linked here. If you want to be reminded what cups means, I'm so sorry, this is going terribly slow. There's cups, you can review. There's a return button to go back to the slide in which you came. And then fanboys is something you're going to need for this one. If you need to be reminded what fanboys is, this is fanboys. Okay, and it also has a return button, so it'll take you right back to your bell ringer, but you have access to that to reference. The next slide says let's check your answers. After you finish, you can see how well you did by clicking here. Now let's try not to just go to the answers because I really want you learning what you're doing. You will be doing this on some assessments as we just did our district assessment. So this is something that I think that you could learn. It's pretty easy, but we need to practice. So after you've done it, you may click here. Oh, I deleted the slide. Did I really? Well, guess what? Y'all are going to see me relink it. Yay. So let me take the link off. This is how you link the slide, by the way. if you ever would like to, I want to link this slide here, which is slide 8. So I've highlighted the word. I'm going to right click, go down here to link, and then it says slides in this presentation, which is what I want. I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to go to slide number 8 and apply. So now it's there. That's just bonus, y'all. You got to watch me do that. Now you know. Here's the answer key. So the next one is learn how to revise. So we've practiced editing a few times. Now we need to incorporate some revising. And to do that, you're going to use the acronym ARMS, just like we use cups for editing. We're using ARMS to revise. So add is adding sentences, adding words, adding vocabulary. Remove is taking away basically stuff that's not needed, words or sentences. Move is to basically rearrange a sentence or word. It could be the order in which you're presenting. Sometimes you will be writing and there's something that would sound better if it were maybe before where you placed it or after where you placed it, and you'll want to move it around. And then substitute. You can take words that maybe are smaller words, look some words up in a thesaurus perhaps, where you can get some synonyms, and exchange those words for I guess more grown-up words. And then maybe you want to look up some words to make your writing more clear, right? So you would substitute. So a few years ago, my students came up with like a little way to remember it by saying it like this: add, remove, move, substitute. And it gets stuck in their head. It sounds kind of silly, but it gets stuck in your head. So you can kind of practice it that way. But remember, cups is to revise and cups is to edit. I was testing you. Cups is to edit and then arms is to revise. So right now we are going to watch this video to learn more about revising. Okay, so that's revising. And then, like it said, you will edit after that. So, going on to the next slide. I now want you to do the last part of our agenda, create a revising and editing anchor chart. So here's what's required. You must have, let me underline this. Hold on just a second. Underline and underline. So, oh, did I not? Okay, there we go. So, for words, you need to have cups and you need to put what they mean, arms and what they mean, the word editing, and that's going to be a title, and revising as a title. And then you need some pictures to serve as visual representations. Now, how you do this is up to you. I'm going to give you an example, and you have a template that you can use of mine, but I want it changed if that's the case. Um, I actually might go make it more simple. I'll have to think about it. So here's a note here. Here's a little side note. Let me change the color of this so that it really stands out. Here's a side note. And italicize and underline and bold it. Note, you may not just copy the example I have provided. You must create your own. So I did provide you with an example of what I kind of want it to look like. I'm not going to have you have this text box up here. That'll give you a little bit more room because it is hard to kind of fit things. I all I did here was put a border in my text box. I put a text box here and put a border. So you can change that here. They have a few that you can select. And then I just changed the color of it and you can change the thickness of it. Um, and then I did the same thing to these text boxes here. So and this one's just plain. And all I did was really change the font, and you can change the font size. Um, but I did the same thing here. This is just a small text box I changed the color of the font. I kept the font the same, and I played with this little border here and changed the color of it. So I have all of this for you to move around and manipulate. But like I said, I'll probably, now that I'm thinking about it, go and simplify it a little bit because I don't want you just clicking and dragging and putting it into place. I want it to make it yours. Um, and then I did like an image search. So I went here, and we've done this before, search the web, and it'll come up over here. And then you kind of just type in what you're looking for as far as images, and then you can click and drag those into place and resize them. So I have a cups one over here, and I have an arms one here. Um, anyway, this is the slide that I thought that you could do. What I'm going to do right now, however, is take like this big text box that I have. I'm going to change it back to black. I don't know what that did. Um, oh, did it? I don't know what I did. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going black with that, and then I'm going to make the border a 1 and change it back to a straight line like it would be if you just generically put one in. So I'm going to kind of do that to all of these. And then I'm going to change these also. I can't tell when it's highlighted. Back to black and change the font. I'll probably go ahead and leave the font size though. I'll put on Arial. We see Arial all the time, so I'll know if y'all didn't put your own spin on it. But I'll go ahead and do this to all of them. So when you see it tomorrow, it's going to be a little less me so that you can make it a little more you. And then, of course, don't forget to, did I do this? Did I put black? I don't know. Don't forget to go back to Google Classroom and submit your assignment that you're done. And that will be all for today. On Friday, I plan on doing iStation for 30 minutes because it is time for our monthly test. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Anyway, I will see you then. Take care. Bye, y'all.